All right, the Seattle Sounders wrapped up their practice today, and we have our ongoing X's and O's with assistant coach Freddy Jaurez.
Have you all changed your formation in the last couple games?
We have changed our formation, but not our style of play and our principles and organizations that we want in all phases of the game. So when I mean we changed our formation, yes, because of some player characteristics, like for example Ryan Kent, he's a true winger, so we don't want to use him as a wingback. So and then to fit him in with some different personnel like an Albert or that relationship like you need a true winger. So we changed that where we took a wingback out and went to a line of 4-2-3-1 on paper. But the way it looks like when we attack is we build early in a line of 4. Once we back the opponent up, we go into a line of 3, and we occupy the same spaces we were occupying when we were in a line of 5. And then when we're on a defensive phase, out of possession, we're pressing in a 4-4-2, sometimes in a man-on-man higher up the park, sometimes in a 4-2-3-1 higher up the park. So
Danny Musovsky, his ability to, can you talk about, these 4 goals, 4 games, how has his play kind of been incorporated in your attacking?
4 goals, 4 games in a row, and Champions League goal in Mexico, so 5 goals for him. We're seeing from Moose what we saw from Moose when we wanted to bring him, right? He has a knack for goal scoring. He's a vertical player. He likes to get behind. He's really good at running in the near post, and he sniffs out a lot of like knockdowns. He's always at the right place at the right time type of player. So he's helped us in that regards. I think what you're seeing in our style of play from Moose too, he's also helping us in build-out play. So some link-out play, like you saw Fry target him on some aggressive postures from the opponent that maybe you can't play short. We were able to find Moose as an outlet higher up the field and play off of him. So he's developing that part of the game to help us out. He's more of a well-rounded player.
And what does that do to the opponent now that you can play short and you can also play long?
Yeah, it's what we ask from our goalies. It's the same thing that we ask from Jordan. It's anytime you're having to deal with the frontline player that can hurt you if you're wanting to be aggressive and press us. You can give us that vertical run that forces us to run backwards and face our own goal. And then if we're respecting that, he's also capable of plays that maybe when the opponent's really aggressive and they go super aggressive on our pivots, that he can, and then maybe Albert is marked up, that he can recognize that space and follow the press and be a quick connection for us and higher up the field. So it just makes it hard for the opponent to put a game plan around you, because it isn't just they're good at this. They're actually, if we press them this way, this may happen. If we press them this way, this could potentially happen. So it makes us a more well-balanced team.
One play I would assert that is not getting a lot of credit is Christian Rodan. Can you talk about how he's bossing that midfield up, down, sideways, because that's helping Obed and...
Absolutely. I would say him and Obed. But trust me, it doesn't go unnoticed within the team or the staff. We understand the importance of a good pivot, of good holding mids. He just covers so much ground. His ability to spray the ball out wide. He has great technique of changing the point of attack. He has this like laser-like low, ball that's not flight in there. Actually gets her, and it gives our winger or whoever's our widest player time to control the ball, as opposed to lofting it, where it gives the opponent time to close down our winger. So he's been really good there, and then he understands the defensive tactics. He keeps us organized, keeps us hard to beat, and again, it's not just CR, but like whoever's partnered up in there. Obed in this case they're covering a lot of ground. They're picking up a lot of seconds. They connect the game from our back line or our front line, both offensively and defensively. So they're huge. They're huge for the success, the early success that we've been having, or at least the success that we've had in these recent weeks.
Thanks, Coach.
You heard from the coach, and he answered the question. No, the Sounders have not changed their formation. What they've changed is how they're attacking and the number of players that are getting inside the box. You heard Coach talk about, look, we're trying to cater the attack to the players. Ryan Kent is a good example. Ryan Kent is a winger as opposed to, he's not a wingback. Paul Rothrock is somewhat of a wingback. So when they're both, when each player's in there, you cater the offense. That's in terms of their movement. And that allows the other players like Albert Rusnek and also Obed Vargas to step up there. So no, the Sounders have not changed their attack. They've just tweaked it a little bit. So there you go. For the CascadiaSports.net exclusive X's and O's with Freddy, I'm Osvita Maria for the CascadiaSports.net.